Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Arsenal Football Manager series. As usual, thank you so much for all the support that you guys have shown this series so far. Let's keep that going. If you enjoyed today's episode, please do leave a like on there. It really helps a lot. And remember to subscribe to the channel if you are new. One of the other things that I've done is I've added all of the face packs and the badges. I get all of mine from Sort It Out SI. I'll leave a link to that for you guys in the description if you want to do the same thing. Now, we're starting off today having a little look at Eddie Nketiah, whose form has really picked up recently. He's a very young player, only 21 years old, and he's starting to get some decent game time, and he's also managing to find the back of the net. If we have a look at his most recent form, he got 2 goals in the Europa League game against Victoria Plizen. 2 headers, both from corners, I believe. And he also scored in a game that we had against Wolfsberger in the Europa League. As you guys know, I am pretty much rotating the side quite a lot. I've got almost a set team in terms of the Premier League. And then I've got another one for like the League Cup and the Europa League. So everybody in the squad is getting some really good game time at the moment. And another player who's playing extremely well and starting to get some praise at the moment is Pepe, our right winger. He's really improving, the 25-year-old Ivorian. Some attributes going up, passing's going up a little bit, off the ball and jumping reach as well. Not too bothered about the jumping reach, but again, if we have a look at his form, he's actually starting to find the net. You saw in the last episode, he scored against Victoria Plizen, giving us a 1-0 victory against them. He scored 2 goals against Brighton recently and got an assist, and he also got in the score sheet in a game against Liverpool at Anfield. And in another little bit of player news, Rob Holding, we've just given him a new contract, so he's going to be here until 2024. He's another player who's had a real upturn in form at the moment, and he's pushed his way into basically my Premier League first team. I'm really happy with how Rob's doing at the moment. He's got a contract till 2024. £53,000 a week. Still got him down there as a squad player though, so he doesn't get too grumpy when we rotate him out or anything like that. But Rob Holding, still only 25 years old, English as well, doing fantastic for us. And this is something that we love to see. Going into a January transfer window, our chairman, Chips Keswick, has made extra transfer funds available, and we've now got £60 million in our finances to go out and spend during the January transfer window. So what I'm going to need from you guys today in the comments is, where do we improve this side? There are a few positions that I'm not unhappy with at the moment, but just an area that I feel like we need maybe a little bit of backup. I'd quite like maybe another winger. We've got Saka, Pepe, we've got Willian as well, and also, who else have we got? Reece Nelson, who's been, again, he's been pretty good for us in the games that he's played in the Europa League. But I'm just thinking, if one of them goes down and I want to keep rotating this side, do we bring anybody in? The second area is definitely a striker. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is always going to be the number one. He's actually on poor form at the moment. He's not scored for a few games. If we have a look at his form, he got a hat-trick against Milan, which was before the last episode, off camera. He's not scored since then, and his ratings haven't been amazing. There's only been twice where he's scored above a 7, and he seems to be on a slight little bit of a decline. But we're not going to worry about that too much. It's Aubameyang. He is a good player, but I do feel that in that position of striker, Aubameyang's number 1. I'd say Nketiah's number 2 at the moment. Lacazette, still out injured. He's going to be out for between 4 weeks and 2 months. We saw that in the last episode. But I am thinking about selling Lacazette, to be honest. So once again, get those suggestions in the comments. You did it in episode 1. I've shortlisted the players like Edouard and Dembele. So I'm sure that we can maybe do something in that January transfer window. Now, off camera, we've played 5 games. We've got a full house. Wins all the way down the board. Our form has been absolutely fantastic recently. We started off with a 2-0 victory against Burnley at Turf Moor. Bukayo Saka and Willian getting the goals in this one. I'll put the team up there so you can see it. But the goals came really late. I wasn't impressed with the performance. We really had to grind it out. And until Bukayo Saka scored in the 87th minute, we were looking like we weren't going to score a goal. You know, the XG 1.88 is yeah, that's okay, but it didn't really tell the full story. We then followed that up with a 3-0 victory at home against Brighton. Once again, the goals coming really, really late, though. A double from Pepe in the 83rd and 87th minute. Gabriel scoring in the 93rd minute on that one. We then fully rotated the side for the away game at Victoria Plizen. We won by 4-2. This is like my second side that I've been putting out. Really good performance. We were 3-0 up after 13 minutes. Nketiah and a double from Willian. Nketiah scoring again in the 50th minute. A couple of goals from them in between time, which was a little bit disappointing from a defensive point of view, but we followed that up. Some of these fixtures are brutal, by the way, in terms of the timing of them. We play on a Thursday night away in the Czech Republic, and then we play not even 2 days later in a 5:30 kickoff away at Anfield, but we won by 1-0 against Liverpool. That's 3 times this season that we've beaten Liverpool. We put the first team out. Pepe scoring just before half-time. Absolutely amazing. His form is incredible at the moment. And then in the last fixture, once again, in the Europa League, we rotated the side at home against Wolfsberger, and we beat them by 3-0. Of course, we drew 1-1 away from home, which was disappointing. But Willian and Nketiah getting on the score sheet, and Willock as well, who is another player starting to show some form in that central midfield. So brilliant form for us off camera. We play Aston Villa at Villa Park to start with today, and then we finish up with a trip to the San Siro in Milan. Now, regarding the league table, this is how we are currently looking. We're sat 3rd place, 10 games in, 23 points, 7 wins, 2 draws, that 1 defeat to Chelsea. Man City leading the way at the moment. They're really pushing ahead. Liverpool have jumped above us, even though we've beaten them twice this season. Look at that. Home 1-0. And then away, at home we beat them 2-1, and away we beat them 1-0. They've jumped above us for the time being, but we have got a game in hand. If we can beat Villa today, we'll leapfrog them into 2nd place and just 3 points behind Man City. But they've had an amazing start to the season. Leading goal scorers, Marcus Rashford up there, Kevin De Bruyne and Sadio Mane at the moment are the leading Premier League goal scorers. If I have a little look at us, actually, in terms of our goals, Aubameyang's got 7, even though he's not scored for ages. Saka also on 7. This is in all competitions. Even Willian is playing absolutely fantastic at the moment. He's got 6 goals to his name, the 32-year-old. A really good signing, like in real life signing for Arsenal, and he's performing for us in-game as well. And in terms of the Europa League, as you can see, we qualified from the group. We did that after the game against Victoria Plizen, where we beat them by 4-2. So the game against Milan today is going to be a big one in terms of deciding who will win this group stage. Also, the draw for the 3rd round of the FA Cup has been done. We are going to be taking a trip to the Amex to face Brighton in the 3rd round. That will be a tough game. We haven't quite got round to the game against Tottenham yet in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. Still trying to work out if I'm going to show you that one on camera. I guess we'll decide at the end of the episode. So I think that's all the admin done. First game of the day is going to be against Aston Villa at Villa Park, and this is the side that we are going with. It's basically the first team. Leno will start in goal. Bellerin, Holding, Gabriel and Tierney at the back. Darun, Partey and Xhaka in central midfield. Saka on the left, Pepe on the right. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang up top. Luiz, Maitland-Niles, Kolasinac, Elneny, Willock, Willian and Nketiah are on the bench. Current injury worries. Lacazette, as we saw, is out still for between 4 weeks and 2 months. We're not going to see him today. Ceballos is currently out with a minor injury. Well, it's not even an injury. He's got the flu. He's going to be out for another couple of days. We sent him home, sent him away from camp. This is the lineup that Villa have gone with. They've got Martinez in goal, who I believe is Arsenal's former goalkeeper, played in the cup final last season. Tyrone Mings, Douglas Luiz, Ross Barkley's going to be dangerous for them. Ollie Watkins. There's no Jack Grealish in the side. I'm not just being blind, am I? There's no Jack Grealish in the squad. I wonder what's going on with him. Let's just have a little look. He is there. He's still at the club. And he's out with an abdominal strain, 4 to 8 days. So that's quite big for us in terms of quality. You know, he's such a good player, but they've still got plenty in there that could definitely cause us a problem. Villa in 14th place at the Premier League at the moment. Right, let's do this then. The teams are out. I want another big performance from us today at Villa Park. We've been playing so well recently. Villa playing a very similar formation to us, but it looks like we're going to have, I was going to say an early attack. They've had a man sent off. Wow, straight away within 5 minutes, Villa are down to 10 men. I think it was Nedelev that got sent off, but that could be massive for us. And if we're going to get this victory today, but we still need to perform. Here's Granit Xhaka for us, in towards Aubameyang. Nice touch from Thomas Partey. Is he going to take the shot or is he going to go wide? Partey whips it in. Danger cleared by Tyrone Mings, but only as far as the man with the new contract, Rob Holding. All the way back to Granit Xhaka and then Darun. Into Saka again. Lovely move from us. Here's Kieran Tierney. Ball into the box. Cleared once again by Mings. Villa defending for their lives at the moment. It'd be interesting to see if they change formation. Here's Pepe on the edge of the box, whips it in, looking for Saka, who gets his 8th goal of the season, and he is now officially our top goal scorer. He's taken over from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and that's a lovely finish from Saka. He's doing so well at the moment. I cannot praise the guy enough. And it's a great assist from Pepe as well. Whipped in with his left foot. Saka got there first, and we lead at Villa Park. Here come Villa, though, looking for that equaliser with Trezeguet. Knocks it in towards Barkley. Good ball over the top towards McGinn, and McGinn puts it away. One apiece, and that could be the wake-up call that we need. We've been pretty quiet since we scored the goal, but that's not good enough from us at the back. I'm definitely going to berate the boys for that one. It's far too simple. Who's that at right back? Is it Bellerin? Yeah, completely loses John McGinn, who slaps it into the bottom corner. One apiece at Villa Park. Oh, that's a nice ball, though. Aubameyang is in. He needs to get back on the score sheet. Ends up going out for an Arsenal corner. Here come Villa again with Matty Cash on the right-hand side. Just lays it off to Ross Barkley, and it's a good ball over the top to Traore again, who manages to keep the ball in. Out towards the edge of the box and Barkley, and then John McGinn scores for Aston Villa. This is a disgrace. What on earth are we doing? Villa are really taking the game to us, and I think we're going to have to change tactics. Right, we've made some changes. We've brought on Willian, and we've also brought on El Nene. Partey and Pepe have gone off. Ball into the box. There's Darun. There's the equaliser. Martin Darun with his 3rd of the season. 2 apiece at Villa Park. This is turning into a little bit of a thriller. Can we turn the game around, though? That is the question. We've gone more attacking. We've gone to a more urgent press and a higher tempo as well. Hopefully we can dig something out towards the end of this game. We've actually taken off Aubameyang and we've brought on Eddie Nketiah, who's in a little bit of form at the moment, but it doesn't look as though we're going to get the result here. The full-time whistle goes and it ends Villa 2, Arsenal 2, and that is a very disappointing performance, to be honest. We were lucky to get the draw in the end. You know, Villa really pushed us. 7 shots, 3 on target. 11 and 6 for us. The XG just a little bit higher, and we did have more possession. But if you're playing a team that's in the bottom half of the table and they've had a man sent off after 5 minutes, you need to be going and winning that game. Not really happy at all. So as you can see, that result does move us back to 2nd place in the Premier League, which is okay, but it was a real chance for us there to, go out and try and gain a little bit on Man City and drop them to 3 points in front of us. But now, it stands at 5. I don't aim for us to win the league this year, but it was just more of a chance to maybe push them a little bit and move away from Man United in the Champions League places. So second of the 2 games today, then we're taking on Milan at the San Siro. This is a chance for the second team, basically, with a little bit of a mixture of first-team players. We've got Willian in there, David Luiz, Darun as well is also going to play, but a real chance for some of the players that are pushing to get into our first team to impress once again. They've done really well in the Europa League so far. We top the group as it stands, and I'm really, really happy with how we're playing, but I want you guys to see some of these players as well. In terms of the Milan side, I think they're 2 points behind us in 2nd place. But Milan are starting with Zlatan Ibrahimovic up front. They've got some great players. Sandro Tonali, who is actually a player that I've got my eye on at the moment. Donnarumma is another one who's out of contract in the summer. So whether we do anything with him, I'm not too sure. But this is the Arsenal side that we're going with. Let's get into this game. Fingers crossed we can get another great result against Milan and stay top of the group. This has actually been a really good competition for us, in terms of like a fitness side of thing and really doing some squad rotation, getting everybody the game time that they need. It's been great for us, it really has. And I want to see players like Nketiah really take the bull by the horns. Reece Nelson scored after literally 24 seconds. It's ridiculous. Reece Nelson giving us the lead in the San Siro. Absolutely fantastic. But yeah, players like Reece Nelson and Nketiah, even like Maitland-Niles at fullback, Willock, who's been playing really well in this competition. This is a big test for them to see what they can really do and whether we can get them into our first team and trust them for the Premier League games, which I definitely think that we can. Here's Willian now. Here's the bit of experience in the side. Back towards El Neni. Maitland-Niles pumping it forward, trying to find Nketiah, but it's cut out by Milan at the back. Here they come now, driving forward. They're going to be looking for that equaliser as soon as possible, and they hit one straight past the goal of Runarsson. But we're doing really well so far, very pleased. Corner for Milan again. Bentaker is going to take it. It's cleared by David Luiz this time at the back for us. Comes all the way back to Haug. Gets into the box. Great block again by Luiz. He's having a really good opening start to this game. He's been a colossus for the first 13 minutes. Here's Eddie Nketiah now. Driving forward for us. Looking to get into the box. Finds Reece Nelson, who fires just wide. So into the second half then. What we need to try and do now is really try and maintain this form against Milan. We've performed so well as it stands. Milan with a corner though. Whipped in. Cleared again by David Luiz. He's been, for me, probably one of the man of the match as it stands. Castillejo for Milan. On this right-hand side, though, knocks it all the way back to the Man United man on down, Diego Dallo, in towards Bentaker. This is absolutely fine. They can have the ball in these areas, and then we need to press when they get into the box. That's a good ball over the top, though, and Runarsson pulling out a good save. Couple of changes from us. We have brought Kieran Tierney on. He's going to come on for Kolasinac shortly. We're also going to take off Willian and bring on Pepe. Here's Nketiah, though, skipping round his man. Back to Willock. Good save this time once again by Donnarumma in the Milan goal. Into stoppage time now. There's just going to be 4 minutes of it, and it looks as though my second team have gone to the San Siro and they have gone and got the victory. Super proud. Fantastic performance. They had more shots than us, but the XG was a little bit higher for us. A little bit less possession, but the goal from Reece Nelson after just 15 seconds is what's gone and done it for us. I'm going to do outstretched arms. People had us written off, and we've got through with the result. So pleased, and we go and win the group. So there we go. That confirms it then. In terms of the competitions, we have qualified from the group, which we already knew. We've topped it by 4 points, 5 wins from our 6 games. The only dot on that coming against Wolfsberger, where we got the draw. I wonder when the draw for the next round is. It's not going to say yet. We'll advance on a couple of days. So still no update on the draw for the Europa League as yet, but we have got an early assessment of the youth team intake. Few positives in here. We've got looks like to be a top prospect in the centre of midfield. Winger looks to be a very handy prospect. A forward, a fine prospect. And a good young Ivorian left winger who has caught the eye. A few negatives in there as well, but we're going to focus on the positives. The central midfielder and the wingers look as though they could have an impact on us going forward. I think the youth intake will probably be late March, early April, so we'll have a look at that one then. Okay, so just before our next fixture, which I'm going to play off camera, we have had the notification through the draw for the first knockout round is made today. Do they do it seeded? I don't think they do. Right, let's just do draw next team. So Galatasaray play Napoli, Roma will play Dinamo, Milan will play Feyenoord, Hoffenheim will play Nice, Spurs will play Braga, Rangers Inter, Villarreal Atalanta, Aberdeen Moscow, Lazio Olympiacos, we're still not out yet. Moscow will take on Wolfsburg, Besiktas will take on Real Sociedad, PSV will play Leicester, Ludogorets will play Bayern. There's not many left for us here. Zenit will play us. So that is the draw for the first knockout round of the Europa League. The full draw, and we'll be playing Zenit St. Petersburg in Russia. So a big tie for us, a difficult one, definitely. But guys, that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. We will come back in the next episode for games against Wolves and Brighton. We'll do those two. Home to Wolves and away to Brighton. Also, the January transfer window will be open there. So make sure you let me know in the comments who you think I should be signing, what areas of this team we need to improve. But until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to leave a like if you've enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.